In this video, I'll show you how I earn $100 to $300 every week in fully automated passive income on my crypto holdings. So I have several different positions that I do this through, but in this video, I'm going to show you two of them. So let's just go in here and scroll down a bit. So my main position, you could say, the position that yields me the most amount of money is this liquidity pool here on a platform called Turbos. And Turbos is a platform where you can make liquidity pools. And a liquidity pool is simply a way for you to earn a passive income or a yield on your crypto holding. And in this instance, I'm in the SUI USDC pool. And it is currently yielding me about 32%, but on average, I think it's closer to 50% or so. So in the last week, I have earned about $84 on this capital of 10 grand. So I think it's pretty decent considering I haven't really touched this for the last week. I haven't really looked at it at all. I've done a lot of other things in my life. So I think it's pretty cool that I'm just, when I'm sleeping and when I'm doing other things, I'm just earning this consistently passive income. So that's the first position. So I'll just go in and claim my rewards just to show you how easy it actually is to earn this passive income. And then a couple seconds later, I have confirmed it in my wallet and I have claimed the reward successfully. And I can just go up here in my wallet and show you that now I have about $85 in rewards. So I think that's pretty cool. And then what I usually do is I go in and swap my SUI for USDC so that I am not exposed to the market, the fluctuations in the market, so that if SUI goes down, I'm not losing anything. So I am realizing my profit. I think that's a pretty nice ideology to remember to take profit. I think that's something a lot of people are forgetting in crypto. And then I've traded my SUI for USDC. And then I can just use my USDC for whatever I want. Usually I am sending it over to my crypto card on Bybit, where I'm spending it in, for instance, the supermarket or in another place where I can use it in the real life. Because I see a lot of people who just repeatedly reinvest in crypto, which is also a nice strategy, but for the most part, I think it's also pretty good to spend it in the real life so that I can get something from the investments. So it's not just numbers on the screen always. But that's the first position, and actually this first position consists of two parts because I don't really want to be exposed to the fluctuations of SUI. So if SUI dumps or if it falls in price, then I'm obviously losing some capital because I threw about a little less than 10K in here. So I've lost about $250 or so on this position. Obviously, I've earned that back in my rewards. But if SUI continues to dump, then I will obviously lose on the liquidity side here. So what I do to as a counterpart to this, you could say, I go in here on a platform called Hyperliquid, which is a perpetuals exchange where I can trade the SUI market. And right here we see that I am in $250 or so of profit. And that counters my loss in here. So it's about neutral. So I haven't really lost anything because SUI has been falling a bit in price since I've opened this position. And at the same time, I've earned about, I don't know, $300, $400, $500 or so in the lifespan of this liquidity pool. I think I've been in it for 1.5 to 2 months. So it's probably about $500 I've earned. So I think that's pretty dope. And obviously some weeks it's yielding higher, some weeks it's yielding lower. So one week it was about $200, one week it is about $100 like it is today. So I think this is a pretty cool strategy where I am isolating the rewards from the price volatility. So that was the first position that I wanted to show you, and just to show you how easy it actually is to earn this passive income. And then another position that I want to show is here on Avantis, where I'm also earning a pretty tiny passive income. Right now it's about 11 to 12%, which is also pretty decent. But when you compare it to the other one, where it's like 40%, it's not that much. And here I have $15,000, and the reason why I am more heavily exposed to this position compared to this one is because obviously there is some risk connected to this strategy that I'm running here. Because if Sui just dumps like 50% in a day, then I will obviously lose money, because it is not a, it's not really, it's not all covered by this short in here on Hyperliquid. So then I will lose some, but I think it's worth the risk, because usually these strategies are pretty profitable, at least in my experience. So then I have this other one, $15,000, and this is just a strategy where I am trying to keep my capital at around $15,000, and then usually it lands after a week on about 15,030 to 15,040. And then I just take these $30 to $40 and take them as profit, and then always keep it about around the $15,000 mark. I think that is a pretty nice strategy, because then again I'm consistently taking these profits, and then I can just do with them whatever I want. So I can kind of live off my my crypto profits, as I am still living at home, so I don't really have that much expenses. So I think it's like so cool that I'm basically financially free right now, because I don't really have that many expenses, and I'm earning about these $100 to $300 every week in passive income. So yeah, that is how it works. And I will end this video by saying that if you want to work with me, you can DM me on my Instagram that you can find below this video, because usually I'm doing these videos in Danish, but I've also started doing them in English, because why not? So yeah, if you want to do that, go to my Instagram and follow me, shoot me a DM, and we can figure that out. Otherwise, you must just have a beautiful day, and let's just talk in the next video. Peace.